Jack London, Brown Wolf, Part 4. When did you write it? She demanded urgently. Then, reproachfully, and you never showed it to me. I saved it to read to you on the way to the post office, in a spot remarkably like this one, he answered, indicating with a wave of his hand a dry log on which to sit. A tiny stream flowed out of a dense turnbrake, slipped down a mossy-lipped stone, and ran across the path at their feet. From the valley arose the mellow song of meadowlarks, while about them, in and out, through sunshine and shadow, fluttered great yellow butterflies. Up from below came another sound that broke in upon Walt reading softly from his manuscript. It was a crunching of heavy feet, punctuated now and again by the clattering of a displaced stone. As Walt finished and looked to his wife for approval, a man came into view around the turn of the trail. He was bareheaded and sweaty. With a handkerchief in one hand, he mopped his face, while in the other hand he carried a new hat and a wilted, stretched collar, which he had removed from his neck. He was a well-built man, and his muscles seemed on the point of bursting out of the painfully new and ready-made black clothes he wore. "Warm day," Walt greeted him. Walt believed in country democracy and never missed an opportunity to practice it. The man paused and nodded. "I guess I ain't used much to the warm," he vouchsafed half apologetically. "I'm more accustomed to zero weather." "You don't find any of that in this country," Walt laughed. "Should say not," the man answered. "And I ain't here a-looking for it neither. I'm trying to find my sister. Maybe you know where she lives. Her name's Johnson, Mrs. William Johnson." "You are not her Klondike brother?" Marge cried, her eyes bright with interest, about whom we've heard so much. "Yes, that's me," he answered modestly. "My name's Miller, Skip Miller. I just thought I'd surprise her." "You're on the right track, then. Only you've come by the footpath." Madge stood up to direct him, pointing up the canyon a quarter of a mile. "You see that blasted redwood? Take the little trail turning off to the right. It's the short cut to her house. You can't miss it." Thanks, madam," he said. He made tentative efforts to go, but seemed awkwardly rooted to the spot. He was gazing at her with an open admiration of which he was quite unconscious, and which was drowning along with him in the rising sea of embarrassment in which he floundered. "We'd like to hear you tell about the Klondike," Madge said. "Mayn't we come over some day while you are at your sister's? Or better yet, won't you come over and have dinner with us?" "Yes, thank you, madam," he mumbled mechanically. Then he caught himself up and added, "I ain't stopping long. I got to be pulling north again. I go out on tonight's train. You see, I've got a mail contract with the government." When Madge had said that it was too bad, he made another futile effort to go, but he could not take his eyes from her face. He forgot his embarrassment in his admiration, and it was her turn to flush and feel uncomfortable. It was at this juncture, when Walt had just decided it was time for him to be saying something to relieve the strain that Wolf who had been away nosing through the brush, trotted wolf-like into view. Skiff Miller's abstraction disappeared. The pretty woman before him passed out of his field of vision. He had eyes only for the dog, and a great wonder came into his face. "Well, I'll be damned," he mm, enunciated slowly and solemnly. He sat down ponderingly on the log, leaving Madge standing. At the sound of his voice, Wolf's ears had flattened down, then his mouth had opened in a laugh. He trotted slowly up to the strange and first smelled his hands, then licked them with his tongue. Skiff Miller patted the dog's head and slowly and solemnly repeated, "Well, I'll be damned." "Excuse me, madame," he said the next moment. "I was just surprised some, that was all." "We are surprised too," she answered lightly. "We never saw Wolf make up to a stranger before." "Is that what you call him, Wolf?" the man asked. Madge nodded. "But I can't understand his friendliness toward you unless it's because you are from the Klondike. He is a Klondike dog, you know." "Yes," Miller said absently. He lifted one of Wolf's forelegs and examined the footpads, pressing them and denting them with his thumb. "Kind of soft," he remarked. "He ain't been on trail for a long time." "I say," Walt broke in, "it is remarkable the way he lets you handle him." Skiff Miller arose, no longer awkward with admiration of Madge, and in sharp, businesslike manner asked, "How long have you had him?" But just then the dog, squirming and rubbing against the newcomer's legs, opened his mouth and barked. It was an explosive bark, brief and joyous, but a bark. "That's a new one on me," Skiff Miller remarked.